Hi, everybody. We're going to do a real quick introduction to the university application process. And most of the topics that we're going to cover today are going to be a little bit more general so that it applies to everybody, rather than pick out only pieces that apply to a certain university destination. We're trying to make this a little bit more general and give you a little bit of an understanding of what to expect over the next year, year and a half. Okay, so let's get right into it. We'll start with what to expect. Now, I know this isn't, it's not really a class that you're taking per se, but it's going to feel a little bit like it because there is a bit of a time commitment that you need to make. We do try to make this as non-invasive as possible, and we do that by just making it part of the tutorial program and giving you time in school to complete some of the tasks. However, there is going to be quite a bit of research done at home, and the expectation is that you do make that time commitment to get the research done and get prepared for some of the deadlines. Now, this is a student-centered, student-driven process. Um, we are here to facilitate. Your parents are here to help. You've got this great support network around you, but you are at the center, and you are what makes this happen. So please use all those resources, but remember the responsibility really falls upon your shoulders to get a lot of this stuff done. Now you have some counselors here that are willing to help, and they are uh, they're very knowledgeable, and but you will be assigned a counselor according to your tutor group. You will be talking to that person in particular. Now, you're always welcome to talk to all the counselors, of course, but remember that one counselor is going to be in charge of getting your application in. So you got to make sure that they are kept up to date and with any information. But always, you're more than welcome to solicit information from all the counselors. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses, and you're more than welcome to kind of bounce ideas off of anybody up here. Um, Ultimately, those decisions that you do make are your decisions, and I don't want to. I want you to be happy with those decisions. Get information from as many people as possible, but ultimately, I want you to be happy with your decision. Um, and those decisions are going to be based upon the research that you do. You really have to be organized and keep that research in a place where you can use it in the future. Um, and please share that research with your counselor and your parents and teachers and tutor. Um, Also, keep in mind that applying to university isn't necessarily for everybody. There are some people who end up doing gap years. It's a great alternative, as well as doing some work experience stuff. So keep those in mind. That's also a possibility. Now, you're going to have to make some decisions. The three basic decisions that the people or the students are going to be faced with are what country, what course, and what university. Um, these are pretty basic, but they are going to, some of them are going to be really natural decisions. And again, you're going to have influence. Everybody's unique in their decision-making process, but I do, again, want to encourage you to get your parents involved. Talk to your counselors as well. Your teachers are also great sources of information, and your friends. These are all good sources of information. But again, your decision, you have to be happy. Uh, just a caveat there, be careful of information overload. Sometimes it can create apathy, and that's something to avoid. If you're struggling with too much information, come talk to your counselor. We'll point you in the right direction as far as finding good sources of information. Please do open up the lines of communication with your parents. They are, again, great sources of information. Please solicit their support and let them know what you're thinking. One thing that we absolutely hate to see is when you're making a decision and not keeping your parents um, up to date with those decisions, and then suddenly you have these big emergencies and surprises at the end, and that's never easy for anyone. So please keep them in the loop. Um, your parents should also be very open with their expectations and their limitations. as far as financial things go, geographic limitations, those sorts of things. And again, please share those resources that you've um, culminated in your research. Share that with your parents. They want to know how you're creating these decisions, and just keep those lines of communication open. Okay. So let's go talk about responsibilities real quick. Starting off with the school. So our responsibility is to help you with those decisions. Now we're not going to make them for you, but we can advise you. Um, we also do all the paperwork. We do the transcripts, we do the predicted grades, we're in charge of your teacher's recommendations, and we send that off to the universities. There's two parts of the application. There's sort of your side of things, and then there's our side of things. We'll take care of our side of things, and you're sort of responsible for your side of things. We also kind of monitor the overall process, and we want to set out a framework in which you can work and get set things done. We'll keep you up to date with deadlines and events, but a lot of those deadlines are also unique to you. So you need to stay organized with your specific deadlines. We'll keep you up to date with the general ones, things like um, UCAS deadlines, Common App deadlines, SAT deadlines, predicted grades deadlines. I mean, mock exams. I mean, there's tons of deadlines. We'll try to keep you up to date with those and make sure that you're getting ready for those appropriately. Your responsibilities are just, I mean, right at the top there. Just stay organized. You've got to stay organized. Um, Also, we ask you to do a lot of research. Those are the two most important things. Um, Additionally, you need to initiate the teachers' letters of recommendation. You have to initiate that, but once you initiate it, we'll take over and take care of it from our end. Please do give your teachers lots of time. There's nothing worse than writing a letter of recommendation for somebody who's just asked you to write an entire letter in one night. It's a sure way of getting a really bad letter. You also are required to stay organized and sign up for appropriate tests. Um, they may be unique to the individual, so we'll leave that to as your responsibility. We have a lot of universities who come and visit us, so please come talk to them. Come with questions. Ask lots of questions. The application itself is yours, and you'll do that for the most part online. We're more than welcome to help. We're always here to help, but your application is your responsibility. Again, your side is your responsibility. Our side of stuff is our responsibility. And as far as the applications are concerned, please do keep good records of everything and keep copies. It's always helpful for the future. Please watch your deadlines, plan ahead, stay organized. There you go. Parents, you need to keep open line of communication. Discuss expectations, hopes, dreams, those sort of things, experiences. A lot of resources there, and students really appreciate that. So I think that's very valuable for the parents. Also, keep in mind that there might be financial restrictions. Those need to be openly discussed quite early on in the process. And that, along with that, just helping with the financial documents that are necessary for that. Please keep in mind that students really like for you to help with managing those deadlines. A soft reminder once in a while is helpful. Um, so yeah. If we can do some proofreading, some help with that, that's again another set of eyes is always helpful. One thing to just highlight there that says proofread doesn't say write those applications or essays. Those need to be coming from the student, but proofreading is always helpful. And unfortunately, parents are responsible for the costs of most of these universities. Now you have a lot of resources available to you. One is, top there is the counselors. We do have a lot of information and we're great sources of information, but you have to be reasonable. If you come to ask us, what is the specific entry requirements for studying Latin American literature at Leeds, I'm not going to be able to tell you that. there's other resources available. But please, keep your questions reasonable for us. You'd be surprised at some of the things that we know, and we all we have our strengths and we have our weaknesses. Um, uh, but again, don't be disappointed if we don't know the specifics of one program out of hundreds of programs in that one university when there's thousands of universities. It's just an insurmountable amount of information, but we do our best. Next up is internet. I'm going to show you a couple resources on the internet here. We're going to look at Lincoln Learn, specifically at Patna here. We've got, if you choose Careers Key Stage 5, go to Lincoln Learn. Try to set this up so that it's according to destination. Some of this isn't as organized as we'd like, but it's a lot of information. Just check this main menu here. Additionally, you're going to have to go to certain websites that have a lot of information, like UCAS for the UK. You can do things like course search, and you're going to be applying through here. For the US, things like Common Application also has lots of information in here that is going to be useful. One thing is this where is it? Deadlines and Requirements Grid. Very, very important, very helpful. If you're applying to Canada in Ontario, this is a website that you're going to be visiting to submit your applications. Just like in Australia, if you're looking at New South Wales, this is where you're going to be going to. So, and this is a College Board website where you're doing the SAT. So, there's a lot of information on the internet. Use it. The Senior Studies, we also have a lot of information here, some brochures, books, videos. Please come see us. We use a lot of books in here. I know it seems like everything's going digital, but we do actually have some books in here that are very useful. Next up, testing. This is going to be specific to the individual, so you have to do some research, figure out what you need to do, sign up early. Simple. We've had some problems with the SAT in the past where too many students from outside of Patna come in, take up all the seats. Seriously, sign up early. Essays, personal statements. Now we know more. We feel that this is a very important life skill, and therefore we're going to probably ask that everybody do some essay or personal statement of some sort. But it's up to you to kind of know what is the preferred style for that specific country or university that you're applying to. Talk to your counselor. We'll sort it out. We'll give you some resources, similar to the presentation. Hopefully in the future, we're going to have some stuff on how to write the stuff specific to those countries that you're going to be applying to, and we're going to be doing help sessions to help you with that. Whoops. Next up, so this is it. We're going to do a little wrap up here. Some things to remember is that you have to make some time commitment to this. It is, maybe I'm a bit biased, but this is a very, very important part of your life, and it's an important hurdle in your education, and you've got to get over that. So understand that there's some time commitment there, and that the organization is going to be absolutely key. You really, really have to stay organized. We're here to help you. Please come talk to us. The students who get the most out of this process are the ones who come and visit us the most. It's actually a really simple equation. Also, please communicate with your family. Keep those lines of communication open, and we want you to follow your passions. That's what this is all about. And final thought: get organized, get excited. You're going away to these great universities where they're doing incredible things, and it's an exciting part of your life. The more research that you do, the more you learn about where you're going and what you're going to be doing. It's impossible to not get excited. So, I'm excited for you. And when I think back to my university experience, I have nothing but positive things to say about it. So, I hope you understand that you're going on to this new leg in your life. It's going to be really, really, really fun and educational, and you're going to be going to some incredible places. So, anyway, just want to say good luck, and we're here to support you 100%. Just come and visit us, and we'll get you there. Okay? Thanks.